President Trump posted on Truth Social addressing the issue of rogue judges. Unlawful nationwide injunctions by radical left judges could very well lead to the destruction of our country. These people are lunatics who do not care even a little bit about the repercussions for their very dangerous and incorrect decisions and rulings. Stop nationwide injunctions now before it's too late. If Justice Roberts, United States Supreme Court, does not fix this toxic and unprecedented situation immediately, our country is in very serious trouble. Because look, it's going to happen to President Trump. It's going to happen to every other president in the future, because Republicans will start playing this game. So will Democrats, where you're just going to go judge shopping, finding who you want to shut down any movement that can happen from the White House.
Well, and I think for the American people, it seems frustrating when this is just off the heels of the election, when the American people were hungry for change from the last 4 years, and it seems that every action is being stopped by the courts. It's causing concern. It's causing outrage in many areas that we're not seeing this progress move as quickly as possible. As far as President Trump's statement here, asking the Supreme Court to step in and do something, I think the odds of that are fairly low, especially since the issue of temporary restraining order was able to get relatively quickly to the Supreme Court as far as that went, and they decided not to address whether or not TROs are immediately reviewable by the executive branch. The Supreme Court has traditionally wanted to wait for everything to go through the full appeals process. But now what you're also seeing is what I think is probably the more likely angle to start to maybe reform some of this, and that's Congress. So there's dueling legislation or maybe complementary legislation being introduced in both the House and the Senate to try to limit the power of district court judges.
Or at least define really what the rules are, define really what we're working with here. But could we see changes with these judges? Could we see actual movement happening? We're just going to have to see. Like Will said, it's now time to just actually redefine, or at least define, what the rules are, because the American people just simply, and I'll be honest, I'll put myself in that, did not know they had this extreme level of power that could override the plans of a presidency, could override the plans of the president of the United States.
That's right. And there's a hearing today in the case regarding the flights where they deported under that late 1700s law, the Alien Enemies Act, where they sent them to El Salvador, and the judge that was upset about that. In the Justice Department, I think it was Ellie Honig on CNN, said something to the effect of, as an alumni of the Justice Department, I am jealous of the way that they're speaking to the judge right now. Like, basically said, they're doing everything that we always wanted to do, but knew that we probably couldn't. Now, we're going to see how that plays out for them. They are, the Justice Department under Pam Bondi and the attorneys there are playing hardball. They're saying some of this stuff you're not privy to. This is national security. They are trying to delineate that separation of powers, and we're going to see how it plays out. I don't think the judge is going to like their arguments, therefore it's going to go on appeal. But then you also have the Congress does have oversight and can make laws for judicial reform, and that's exactly what Senator Hawley's calling for.
To me, this isn't about Congress taking away power courts currently have. This is about Congress reforming and stopping the abuse. These district courts, these are the entry-level federal courts. They do not have the authority to go out and to say, Mr. President, you can't do this. We're going to bind everybody nationwide. They don't have that authority, Sean. Congress can make that clear. We need to do it right this second. In Trump's first term, there were 64 national injunctions issued against him. 64. In Obama's entire term, only 12. So you can see where this is going. We've got to put a stop to it.
Even right now, if the law states that this is how it should be run, I don't think it was ever interpreted to be like this. President Trump even said, why would you even run for president? Just push yourself, to be one of the district court judges. And then, you know what? You have power above everyone. We are so excited to announce the ACLJ's brand new app, completely redesigned to provide you with the best tools available to partner with us at the ACLJ. You can watch the daily Secular program, sign the petitions, customize your ACLJ membership experience, donate with the click of a button, and receive up-to-the-minute critical updates that the mainstream media can't censor. Just scan the QR code on your screen or go to your phone's app store, search ACLJ, and click install. It's that simple.